Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is September 20th, 2025, and the Ballon d'Or is right around the corner. And that's what we're going to be talking about during this video. Also, Hansi Flick teaching Real Madrid a lesson in humility. And finally, Deco discussing Robert Lewandowski and leaving the door open for a possible renewal. Maybe, maybe not. We're going to talk about those statements. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and we'll begin this video by discussing the Ballon d'Or because it's right around the corner. Only 2 days remain as the Ballon d'Or ceremony will be held on Monday, September 22nd, 2025, where we're going to find out, winners for several categories, but of course the most important one, the Ballon d'Or winner. In other words, who is the best player in the world? Will it be Lamine Yamal or will it be Ousmane Dembele? Now, we now know the delegation, the FC Barcelona delegation that will travel to France in order to attend the Ballon d'Or. And from the men's team, it's going to be, of course, Lamine Yamal, who is nominated for the Ballon d'Or, Coutinho, who's also nominated, and Pau Cuarci alongside their coach, Hansi Flick. Now, Pedri was initially supposed to travel with them because he's also nominated for the Ballon d'Or, pretty high up. But Pedri has decided to stay back in the city of Barcelona in order to rest because, we have a pretty packed calendar. And Lewandowski also staying back. They haven't said what the reason is, but I imagine also for the same reason. Now, in regards of the women's team, more people are traveling or more players are traveling because, of course, there are nominated to more awards because the Barcelona Femini, they remain the best female team or the best women's team in all of football in the entire world. And from the women's team, we have Aitana Bonmatí, Alexia Putellas, Caroline Graham Hansen, Patrick Guijarro, Eva Pajor, Claudia Pina, Vicky Lopez, and Catacol, all traveling to the ceremony. And of course, from the board of directors, we have several board members, but the most important ones, of course, Jan Laporta and Rafa Yuste, the vice president. Now, this is the cool thing. We have found out who will be handing out the Ballon d'Or, and it's no other than Ronaldinho Gaucho. He will be in charge of handing out the Ballon d'Or. Of course, Ronaldinho Gaucho did win the Ballon d'Or. Was it 2005, 2006? I can't remember which year. I remember seeing it, though. To me, till this day, one of the most entertaining players to watch. And he will be handing out Ballon d'Or. And by the way, he has connection to the two highest nominees. Because, of course, Ronaldinho, Barcelona legend. We have Lamine Yamal, who's nominated from FC Barcelona. And then Dembele, where Ronaldinho also played. He played at PSG. And, of course, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Who do you think will win? I have a feeling it's going to be Dembele because he won, the Champions League and the UEFA Super Cup. But I honestly think that Lamine Yamal deserves it. Not just because I'm a Barcelona fan, but because, to me, Lamine Yamal right now is the best player in the world. And after all, that's what the Ballon d'Or is about. The Ballon d'Or is not a competition about who has more goals. It's not a competition about who has more trophies. The Ballon d'Or is about honoring the best player in the world. And to me, Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world. Not to mention, he was way more consistent than Dembele. Lamine Yamal performed the entirety of last season, where Dembele did not show up until January. So to me, Lamine deserves it. But I have a feeling that Dembele is going to win it. So let me know down below in the comment section, who do you think is going to win and who do you think deserves to win? Because, of course, those two can be different. Now, speaking of the Ballon d'Or, Hansi Flick, during his pre-match press conference ahead of tomorrow's match against Getafe, taught Real Madrid a lesson in humility. So if we have any Real Madrid fans, pay attention because this is how a classy, elegant, well-behaved adult behaves. Now, this is what Flick said when he was asked about Lamine Yamal possibly winning the Ballon d'Or. Hansi Flick said, "One day we'll see if Lamine wins the Ballon d'Or. We are nominated, and anyone who's nominated deserves it. We have to be there and show respect to the winners. It's vitally important. Are you paying attention? Florentino Perez, are you paying attention? Vinicius Jr., are you paying attention? Ancelotti. We have to be there and show respect to the winners. It's vitally important because last year when Vinicius found out that he was not going to win, what did Florentino Perez do? He canceled Real Madrid's delegation and decided not to show up. He boycotted the ceremony because, well, Madridistas have become petulant children. Actually, I take that back. This is an insult to children. If there are any children watching this, I apologize for comparing you to Madridistas. But Real Madrid have become a crying club who complain about everything and, well, sore losers because, okay, you didn't win. But as Hansi Flick says, we have to be there and show respect to the winners. It's not all about you. It's called decorum. Learn it. Learn it. Anyways, on to that next bit of news because Deco has given us a statement about Lewandowski, which has raised some eyebrows. Is Lewandowski going to renew? Is he not? This is what Deco had to say. It's a different situation. Robert was important. Now, he says it's a different situation because this is a continuation of what he was talking about Frankie de Jong's renewal, which, if you haven't heard about those statements, they're in my first video that I uploaded today. But Deco saying Robert was important, and he remains so for us. I also think that, given his age and his career, he'll live year after year. Sounds like he's dying, but what he means, he's going to go by season, right? Go one season at a time and then figure out, what am I doing next? Am I retiring? Am I going somewhere else? That's what he means. It's probably just the poor translation. There comes a time in career when we don't make many plans for the future. I think he's focused on this year. We are too, and we'll see. He's a player who depends much more on his will, how he feels, and how he sees things. And we'll see his progress throughout the year, and we'll talk about it. So Deco not completely closing the door on Lewandowski, saying, at his age, players go year by year. They see every season, at the end of the season, how they feel. Can I still go? Is this too much? Do I need to, go to a lower intensity league? Do I need to retire? So he's saying, this is all going to depend on Lewandowski. And Deco also saying, well, let's go throughout the year, see how things go, and then we'll talk about it. So Deco not fully closing the door on the contract renewal of Lewandowski. Or do you think maybe this is just, Deco being proper and not saying, F Lewandowski, he's out at the end of the season? Let me know down below because, of course, as far as I know, there are no plans to renew Lewandowski. But as I said before in the podcast, that's as of today. Things can always change. But as of now, no plans to renew Lewandowski. He is 37. He will be 38 in June when his contract expires. The plan is to sign, a young striker, someone in his prime that can hit the ground running and they can be here at the club for many years to come. Now, speaking of attackers, Ansu Fati debuted finally for Monaco, where he scored a debut goal in the Champions League. Now, Monaco fell at the hands of Club Brugge 4-1 on September 18th. That's Thursday. And during that match, Ansu Fati debuted, and he scored the only goal of the match for Monaco. I think it was the 80-something minute towards the end. Ansu Fati gets a pass inside the box, and he just absolutely blasts the ball into the back of the net. Gets the goal. Poor guy. He can't even celebrate it because, of course, you're down 4-0. What are you going to celebrate? But you can see the excitement in him. He reacts like he just won. Like he just scored the winning goal, but then he contains himself because he realizes, what am I celebrating here? We're still losing 4-1. But that is pretty awesome. It was really good to see Ansu Fati not only debut, but also score a goal in his debut. Of course, Ansu Fati's debut has been delayed because Monaco's coach was not too happy with the physical condition that he arrived in. Now, let's hope that Ansu Fati can have an incredibly successful season at Monaco. He can score many, many, many goals, which hopefully will either prompt Monaco to keep him, or who knows, maybe Ansu Fati rediscovers himself and then ends up coming to Barcelona and be the star that we all hoped him to be. I doubt the latter part, but at least let's hope he has a really successful season so Monaco can keep him. And of course, he's still a Barcelona player, he's still an academy player, so regardless where he goes, I'm always going to wish him the best. That is all for this video. I did upload another video a few moments ago. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.